Can you imagine a phone that folds twice? That might sound like something from the future, but Samsung is working to make it real. Before we get to that, let's talk about what's already coming soon, because 2025 is shaping up to be a big year for Samsung's foldable phones. The company is getting ready to release the Galaxy Z Fold 7 and Galaxy Z Flip 7, and things are already moving behind the scenes. Reports from South Korea say that mass production is set to begin in May, and if everything stays on schedule, both foldable models will hit the market in July. That means we're only a few months away from seeing Samsung's next big updates. The work starts with Samsung Display, which builds the foldable screens. Once the panels are ready, they'll be shipped off to Samsung Electronics, where the full devices are put together. Most of this happens at Samsung's massive factories in Vietnam, so there's a good chance your current Samsung phone came from there too. What's interesting this year is that Samsung might not just stop at two foldables. There's talk about a third model, a more affordable one, called the Galaxy Z Flip FE. The FE stands for Fan Edition. This version is expected to offer a similar foldable experience as the regular Z Flip 7, but at a lower cost. The goal is to make foldable phones more available to people who want the style and function but don't want to spend as much money. However, Samsung doesn't want this cheaper model to compete directly with their more premium devices. So instead of launching all three at once, they might hold back the Fan Edition until later in the year, possibly around October or November. That's right in time for the holiday shopping season, which could work really well for them. It gives Samsung the chance to launch high-end models in mid-year and then draw attention again with a more budget-friendly option in the fall. This type of release strategy is smart. It helps Samsung stay in the spotlight for a longer time without confusing buyers by putting too many phones out at once. Plus, it offers choices. Some people want the newest and most advanced tech, while others are more interested in something that fits their budget but still feels fresh and modern. Now, about that double folding phone, yes, it's real. Samsung is working on a phone that folds in two places, not just once. It's still under development, so we don't have full details yet, and it might not come out in 2025. But the idea itself shows how serious Samsung is about leading the foldable market. They're not just updating current designs, they're thinking ahead. As for the Galaxy Z Fold 7 and Flip 7, they won't look completely different from last year's models, but they're expected to come with several useful upgrades. These include better battery life, stronger hinges, more durable screens, and improved software features powered by Samsung's Galaxy AI. The updates may not be flashy, but they'll make the phones feel faster, smoother, and more reliable in daily use. Samsung has been leading the foldable market since the beginning, and even though other brands are catching up, Samsung continues to stay ahead. Whether you like the large screen of the Fold for work or want something compact like the Flip for daily life, Samsung is offering choices that suit different needs and budgets. To sum it up, mass production of the Galaxy Z Fold 7 and Z Flip 7 is starting in May, with a launch expected by July. A more affordable Galaxy Z Flip FE may arrive later in the year around October or November. And even though it might take more time, a tri-fold phone could also be on the way. If you've been waiting to try a foldable phone, 2025 could be the right time. Samsung is clearly not holding back. Let us know which model you're most excited for in the comments. And if you want more updates like this, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Samsung appears to be preparing to launch a more budget-friendly version of its foldable phone lineup, reportedly called the Galaxy Z Flip FE or the Galaxy Z Flip 7 FE. This device is expected to feature the Exynos 2400E chipset instead of the Exynos 2500, which was previously rumored. The decision to use an older processor has raised questions about performance, especially when compared to the more advanced Exynos 2500. The Exynos 2400E is essentially a toned-down version of the Exynos 2400, which powers the Galaxy S24. The main difference between the two lies in the clock speed of the Cortex-X4 core, with the 2400E running at a slightly lower speed. Additionally, reports indicate that Samsung will use integrated package-on-package IPOP technology for this chipset, which could make the phone slightly thicker and lead to increased heat during use. While the difference between the Exynos 2400E and the Exynos 2400 may not seem drastic, the bigger concern is how it compares to the Exynos 2500. The Exynos 2500 is expected to come with major improvements, including next-generation CPU cores, a more powerful GPU, and advancements in neural processing and image signal processing. It is also rumored to be built on a 3nm fabrication process, which makes it more power efficient than the 4nm process used in the Exynos 2400 and 2400E. This means that not only would the Exynos 2500 provided better performance, but it could have also improved battery efficiency. The decision to go with the Exynos 2400 instead may impact how well the device performs, which would be disappointing for users who are expecting a more powerful chipset in the Fan Edition model. Samsung has historically relied on Qualcomm processors for its foldable phones, making the shift to Exynos a notable change. However, choosing an even older chipset rather than the latest available option suggests cost-cutting measures that could affect the user experience. Fans were hoping for a balance between affordability and performance in this Fan Edition model, but with this chipset downgrade, some concerns arise about performance limitations and potential overheating issues. Despite this, the introduction of a more affordable foldable phone is still an exciting move. It opens up the market to more users who previously found these devices too expensive. If the Galaxy Z Flip FE is positioned as a mid-range foldable, it will need to offer strong competition against other premium foldables that provide better hardware, even at a slightly higher price. Samsung's software optimizations and overall brand trust might help reduce some of these concerns, but the performance of the chipset will still be a key factor in how well this phone is received. More information about the Galaxy Z Flip FE is likely to surface as the launch date approaches. Samsung's decision to rely more on its in-house chipsets could be part of a broader strategy to reduce dependence on external suppliers. However, how well the Exynos 2400 performs in real-world usage will determine whether this approach works. If Samsung manages to optimize software and battery life effectively, this phone could still be an appealing choice for users looking for an affordable foldable experience. What do you think about Samsung's decision to use the Exynos 2400 in this model? Does it change your interest in the device? Share your thoughts in the comments, and if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. Most users are happy to pay more for useful upgrades, better battery life, extra cameras, or new features. But paying more for a phone that actually has less in some areas doesn't sit well with most buyers. On the other side, Apple might be making a smarter move. Their upcoming iPhone 17 Air is expected to cost around $900. It won't have all the bells and whistles of the Pro Max, but it might include features like a 120Hz display and a new battery design that lasts longer and charges faster. Apple seems to understand that for a thin phone to succeed, it needs to be affordable enough to make sense. There's also the bigger picture. Tech companies are facing rising costs around the world due to tariffs and supply chain issues, so pricing matters more than ever. Right now, Apple seems to have the better plan, cutting down on features a little but keeping the price at a point where buyers still feel like they're getting value. It's clear the Galaxy S25 Edge isn't a bad phone. It has a lot going for it. Sharp display, powerful processor, premium materials, and solid cameras. But none of that matters if the price pushes people away. It's not just about making a good phone. It's about making one that feels like a good deal. Samsung still has time to adjust the price before launch. If they don't, they risk turning the S25 Edge into an example of how even a great-looking device can fall short if it feels overpriced. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more updates on the latest smartphones.